Okay. All right. So here we go. So I'm going to walk through the money thing, and I'm going to show you a demo that goes with a little assignment today. So finishing notes, regular printer paper contains starch. So like all our regular paper that we use, the paper you use right now, all of this paper stuff is made with something with starch in it. The paper that is inside money, so paper currency, uses rag fiber instead of starch. So that was one thing they changed, was just that it's not even made of any kind of paper that normal people can buy. They don't really sell rag fiber because we use it in money and we don't want other people to be able to make it. So not only does counterfeit paper often feel different, so if you think like it feels softer than regular paper, especially when it's old, has that kind of fibery feel, because it is fiber. But it also can be tested easily with an iodine pen. So if you've seen this at the store with that pen, it has iodine in it. It reacts with starch. So like regular paper starch, it turns blue. So if it has that in it, it will turn blue. If it keeps that yellow color, then it's a real bill, or it's at least real rag fiber. Now, however, some criminals will often bleach a $1 bill. So if this was a 1, they could bleach the number out and print higher values on them to try to beat the fact that it isn't rag fiber. But when they realized people were doing that, we added more security features. We're going to talk about the other ones we've now added. So the first feature we added was there is a strip. So you hold your bill up to the light, and for all bills except number 1s and 2s, there should be a security thread, plastic strip running through the top. So let me find one in the 20. So I hold it up to the light, and I can see that strip in here. Now, you're going to have a hard time seeing this. People in the video are going to have a hard time seeing it. You have to hold it up to the light. So if you have this, I'll let you look at it later if you want to. But something that is easier to see is the next one. Not only is there a strip I can see in the light, I can see with the black light. So let's say it's dark, and they want to check the money to see if it's real. You can have a black light. If I have a black light, I can still see that strip, and it also glows a different color. So let's find one in the 20s. So this is a $20 bill. I'm going to show them first, see how it's different. There's a strip in there, and I'll show you. So it has like a yellower color. I don't know which way y'all see it yellow. Okay. Like it's different for me. So this has that yellow color in the 20. Then I'll look at my 5. Finding it. There it is. So there's a glowing strip in there. This one should look blue. Okay, so it has a blue strip in a 5. In my 50, there's a red strip. Reddy orangey color. Look red now? Really? Looks red when I do it. On this side it looks red. On this side it looks yellow. So very fancy. It's hard to replicate those kinds of things. And then we have 100. This one was hard for me to find earlier. I was thinking I had a counterfeit bill. So let me get away from the light that's tricking me. There it is. So I can see it when I turn it this way. You'll see it? Yeah. So it's like there's a strip right there that like says 100. But it's lighter than all my other ones. It's supposed to be like a new one. Because my ones last year were easier to see. But I can still see it. The next security feature that they added to bills is if I tilt the bill to examine color shifting ink. So a 100, 50, and a 20 all have color shifting inks after 1996. And on $10 bills, they're made from 1999. $5 and lowers do not have this feature yet. So where that is, turn the light back on. If you look at any bill higher than a 5, it's down here. So in the numbers that are on the corners, this bottom corner has color shifting ink. So if y'all wanted to see that, like it just literally color shifts, and it's always on the one that's in the corner, has color shifting ink, and the colors do shift slightly differently in each bill type. The next one that was added is micro printing. So this includes small words or numbers that are hardly visible to the naked eye. They cannot be read without a magnifying glass, so I can't see it on these. But if I get a magnifying glass out, there's little micro printing things all over the bigger bills. There's a watermark. So what their watermark is it's the president's face that's on the bill. So this is Mr. Benjamin, so that's 100. Mr. Benjamin's face is right here, but it's also in the white circle. So in this white circle over here, if I shine it up to the light, it's also Ben's face. So you can do that with all your monies. They should have a watermark somewhere hidden. I can see a goofy looking face over here of Ulysses. They can look for the watermark or they can be looking for the strip, either one, because both you can see at the light.
And also on 50s, I think, in this jacket, if you like scratch it, it should be rough.
You scratch it?
Yeah, if you scratch it, it should be rough.
Can test that one now. Now for who's on our faces, let's just see if anyone knows. Who's on the 1?
George Washington.
Correct. Who's on the 5?
Abraham Lincoln.
It's Abraham Lincoln. Who's on the 100?
Benjamin.
I just said that one. That's Ben. Well, I lied. That's matching 4. So there we go. Who's on the 10?
James Madison.
I think.
Yes.
It says it's Alexander Hamilton, who's not even a president. What's on? Well, the 5,000. I don't think they really exist anymore. So James Madison. They don't really make these anymore, but he was on.
That was the thing.
Yeah. Who's on the 20?
Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson. It's okay. And then the 50 is Ulysses Grant.
Are there $500 bills?
All right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they are in existence or who has them.
Bills like over 500.
I don't think they make above 500 anymore. I don't think they make 500 anymore, but I have to look it up. Now, my last demo was chromatography. As y'all start your little assignment, it says, what did I do with chromatography? These black pens, okay, were made dots. Some of them are markers, some of them are Sharpies, some of them are pens. They're all black dots. Now, I have a little beaker of water in here, okay? It's turned colors from my previous demo in first period. Should still work. So you only have a little tiny bit of water in there. You put all the dots at the bottom. It has to be the same height as it, or it's like gonna fall too much into the water. What you want to happen is the water to just barely touch the bottom, be absorbed by the paper, and travel up, separating the ink. Okay, so that's what chromatography does. It just separates the ink out. So I'm going to place it in here. It might even be too deep, but hopefully it will work. But I have one from last period to show you. Bam! So that's what actually happens. I'm going to walk around and let y'all see. So one of them got like really tall. So it's not only that you can see different colors. This one didn't separate like at all. It was just like, nope. But this one had purples and blues. This one stayed consistently black. This one had all the colors, kind of like orangey, greeny, blue. This one too, orangey, yellowy, greeny, purpley. But it got much taller. And this one was like blue and got very tall. So it's not just the separates of colors. It's also how tall they get. That can determine what kind of ink, the density of the ink, all that kind of stuff that's inside of it. All right. So that is the end of our demo. If you want to look at money, you can.